Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, Season 2, Episode 137. And before we get into the main topic of this episode, it is time for Day 10 of the 2023 Advent Calendar. Day 10, I'm forgetting the days now. Day 10 of the 2023 Advent Calendar. Now it's time for the main topic of this episode, which is the reviews for the four Neighbours episodes, which was the 13th to the 16th of November 2023, which were, those episodes were titled Flashback Week. So yes, I'm recording this about a week after those episodes have aired. But you'll be seeing this like a couple of weeks ahead anyway. It's like 2 and a bit weeks, I think. So not too bad. But yeah, so we're going to start off by reviewing episode 33, which was broadcast on the 13th of November 2023. The episode starts off with a privacy recap and the theme tune. Toadie, Therese and Melanie have a chat with Susan. There was a flashback to Toadie and Melanie meeting up with Mackenzie, Amy, Ashley and Callum. Melanie talks to Amy and Ashley about the street party. Toadie, Callum and Ashley discuss the ceremony. Okay, I'm just going to pause there for a second just to reinforce something. So flashback week. So when the finale aired at the end of July 2022 and came back in September 2023. That is 14 months in real time. In Neighbours land, that's been 2 years. So that's why we flashback, because we basically started at a wedding and we're kind of finding out how that happened. Anyway, where do we get up to? About the street party, discuss the ceremony. Krista knocks on Toadie's door and Melanie answers. Krista gives Melanie her phone number. Melanie meets up with Krista. Melanie was Krista's housekeeper. These flashbacks take place the day before Toadie and Melanie's wedding. Amy, Ashley, Melanie, Callum and Toadie discuss Paul and Therese's reunion. Amy, Ashley and Callum go to bed. Melanie talks about her wedding day to Toadie. Therese interrupts Melanie. Holly and Andrew talk about Eden. Melanie talks about the street party. Chloe, Ellie, Toadie, Melanie B. Callum, Therese, Paul, David and Alan are at the waterhole. Chloe tells the others she's moving to Sydney. Chloe and Ellie kiss. David and Aaron kiss. Paul and Therese kiss. Toadie and Melanie kiss. Krista watches on. Melanie talks to Krista. Krista tells Melanie she was at the wedding ceremony. Krista asks Melanie for some cash. Lance is revealed to be the donor of Amy's baby. Therese interrupts Melanie again. Toadie reassures Therese. Melanie asks Holly about Eden. Everyone helps clean up Ramsey Street. Melanie steals some money from the drugs dealer for Krista. Melanie makes some drugs for Amy, Lance and Phil. Amy tells Melanie she's moving to Queensland. Melanie gives Krista the cash. Melanie is a wanted criminal for holding drugs on CCTV footage. Melanie asks Krista to leave her alone to raise. Where are they going to? Melanie asks Krista to leave her alone to raise. Doesn't believe Melanie. Tony asks Melanie why she didn't tell him sooner. She didn't want to lose him. Holly explains to Susan, Toby and Therese how Eden is involved. Byron and Reese are still looking for Krista. They find a picture of Krista with Holly and Eden, and the episode finishes up with a coming up trailer. Next up is 3 clips have been revealed. One is behind the scenes of a scene for the episode with them cleaning up Ramsey Street. We've got an interview with Amy and Lance, and we're going to finish off with an interview from Ellie and B.
So this is a very exciting day.
My name is Jacinta Stapleton. I play Amy Greenwood.
And I'm Andrew Bibby, and I play Lance Wilkinson.
And these are our
Ramsey Street Revelation. From us for now.
We'll see you soon.
I am Bonnie Anderson and my character is B. Nielsen.
And I'm Jodie Gordon and my character is Ellie Conway.
And these are our Ramsey Street Revelations!
Next up is my review of episode 34, which was broadcast on the 14th of November 2023. So the episode starts off with a previously recap and the theme tune. Holly tells Susan she was back in Amsborough around the time of Toadie and Melanie's wedding. Holly and Eden talk about their family trees. Holly and Eden kiss again, like the previous episode, so this is flashbacky stuff. Holly and Eden kiss. Holly watches Izzy and Shane talk about their visions of Power Road. Holly watches Izzy cheat on Mel with Shane. Holly is panicking. Eden tries to calm down Holly. He succeeds. Eden tells Holly that she can't afford to stay at Lassiter's. Now, let me try that again. Eden tells Holly that they can't afford to stay at Lassiter's too much longer. Holly sees Ellie and B talking. Holly introduces them to Eden as her cousins. B calms down Ellie. B takes Ellie to Ramsey Street. Eden and Holly go to Ramsey Street and see Chloe and Ellie kiss, then they leave. Holly is furious at Izzy. Susan interrupts Holly. Byron tries to call Holly but gets nowhere. But obviously she doesn't answer. Byron tells Reese he is there for her and they try to find Holly. Holly and Eden meet Krista at Harold's. Eden asks Holly to ask Carl for a loan. She doesn't want to take advantage of Carl and Susan as well. Krista, Holly and Eden hang out in Holly and Eden's room. Krista tells Holly and Eden that she never wants to see her family ever again. Krista, Holly and Eden go travelling together. Tony works out that Eden was attracted to Krista. Krista goes to meet up with Melanie. Holly hides from Mel before bumping into him. Andrew fills in Tony to raise Melanie, Susan and Holly about Eden. Andrew goes to find Eden. Holly asks Mel to not tell Carl and Susan that she's here. Holly checks Mel is okay with Izzy cheating on him. Mel covers for Holly. Melanie and Mel have helped Krista and Holly. Money-wise, that is. Tony takes a time out, as does Therese and Susan. Melanie calls someone from Therese's landline. Reese remembers her last conversation with Krista. Aaron, David and Nicolette talk about Melanie telling Tony, Therese and Susan about her actions. Melanie called David, Aaron and Nicolette. They're on their way back to Amsborough. They all agree to do this. And the episode finishes up with a coming up trailer. Next up will be a behind the scenes video featuring Holly, a clip from the episode featuring David, Aaron and Nicolette, and an interview with Phil.
Hi guys, so we're later.
Hi, my name's Ian Rawlings. I play the character Philip Martin, and this is my Ramsey Street Revelations.
Lasters. Yes, Krista asks Melanie for more money. Krista shows Melanie a card Reese gave her. Melanie leaves the car. Melanie bumps into David. Melanie tells Tony, Therese, and Susan that David, Aaron, and Nicolette are on their way. Nicolette warns Jane. David believes that they should have been up front when it first happened. Andrew calls Tony, telling him the police still don't know where Eden is. David is Melanie's new business partner in the Drinks Diva. David tries to calm down Melanie. Melanie tells David everything. David gives Melanie some advice. Tony, Melanie, Aaron, and David talk about Japan. Melanie spots Eden on several occasions. Krista blackmailed Melanie. Hugo hurts himself on the ladder of the Drinks Diva. Tony gets angry at Melanie for her dishonesty. Susan checks in on Tony. Melanie and Krista meet up face to face. Melanie works out Krista and Eden's true intentions. Holly interrupts Melanie. Holly talks to Krista at the garage. Garage. Depends where you're from, I suppose. Holly finds out that Eden has been cheating on her with Krista. Holly confronts and pushes Eden. Eden tries to justify his actions to Holly. Holly works out Eden is after Krista's money. Eden tries to intimidate Holly but fails. Holly turns up at Carl and Susan. Holly cries in Carl's arms. Susan remembers this conversation. Susan tries to reassure Holly. Holly and Melanie believe Eden is to blame, not Krista. David, Aaron, and Nicolette are outside Lassiter's. David goes to ask Paul to do the right thing. Aaron and Nicolette go to Ramsey Street. David tells Paul that Melanie is at Tony and Therese is telling them everything. Paul believes Melanie is insane. David corrects Paul, saying that Melanie is at a breaking point. Paul loses it and tells David that Melanie has to be stopped. David tells Paul that he has to own up. David and Paul get in the lift. The episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Next up is an interview with Mal, as well as an interview with Callum.
Hey, it's Benji McNair here, Malcolm Kennedy.
Ended, I cut my hair in real life, and then obviously coming back here, they saw my hair and went, that's a bit shorter. So I think you'll buy into the reality where maybe
The episode starts off with a previously recap and the title sequence. Nicola, Aaron and Isla are at Toadie and Therese's. Melanie is crying. Then Toadie walks in. Melanie blames herself for Hugo's accident. Melanie storms off. Melanie talks to David. Melanie spots Eden. Melanie and David chase him. Ellie, Leo, Imogen and Therese greet David and Melanie on the rooftop. Melanie is introduced to Imogen. Melanie and David spot Eden. Paul is suspicious of David and Aaron's behaviour. Melanie tells Aaron, Nicola and Paul what has happened. Krista and Melanie meet up. Melanie pushes Krista into the swimming pool. Krista seems to have drowned. Melanie pulls Krista out of the swimming pool and tries to resuscitate Krista. Melanie tells Paul what has just happened. Paul tries to stop Melanie from telling Toadie, Therese, Jane and Susan what happened. Aaron, David, Nicola, Melanie, Paul and Holly are taken to the police station. Paul tells the police he's a victim too. Paul meets Eden. Eden congratulates Paul on his vow renewal. Eden intimidates Paul. Paul gives Eden $500,000. Paul asks Melanie, Nicola, David and Aaron to keep quiet. Paul tries to sift blame to Eden. Andrew tells Paul that Krista will lose his sister. Toadie calls Clara. Melanie cries when she sees Toadie and Therese together. Melanie and Toadie reminisce about their wedding date. Jane, Nicolette, Therese, Cody, David, Aaron, Susan and Holly are at the waterhole. David and Melanie want to tell the police. Aaron, Nicolette and Paul want to keep quiet. Therese talks about her and Paul's reunion at Toadie and Melanie's wedding. Paul abandons Therese in their vow renewal. Therese storms out of the waterhole and confronts Paul about his actions. Toadie does the same to Melanie, and the episode finishes off with a coming up trailer. Finishing off this episode of the podcast will be a clip that clip at the end of that episode featuring Paul, Therese, Toadie.
Welcome back to Robinson's Roundup. Have I got some news for you? Oh my goodness, Melanie came back with...
Listen, the worst person I could have reached out to.
And she had to go and open a big gob, didn't she?
Who covered up someone's death?
Yes, because I loved you. Talk about drama. See, I told you that Eden was a nasty piece of work, didn't I, eh? And it was so great to see my son David with his husband Aaron and Nicolette back as well. Even if I didn't really get the warm reception I'd hoped for. Well, there you have it. Now you all know the real reason why I left Therese and Mel left Toadie. Question now is, what happens next, eh? Find out next week. See you later.
Yes, so that's all the reviews for this episode. So that's actually it for the Everything Podcast Season 2, Episode 137. But before I go, remember, you can comment below. Let me know what you thought of the episodes if you watched them. If you didn't, let me know what you thought of my reviews. And also remember, you can like and subscribe. That's it for the Everything Podcast Season 2, Episode 137. Goodbye.